Hey guys, so in this video today, we're going to be talking about P0085 trouble code. What exactly are the symptoms, causes, and solutions? So let's get right into it. Now, symptoms of P0085. Now, you're going to get a check engine light activation. Now, this is related to the control system, related to the exhaust valve control solenoid. Now, number two, you're going to have poor acceleration. So any sluggish or improper exhaust valve operation may due to sluggish acceleration. Decrease fuel economy. Now, fuel consumption will decrease, and you'll notice more trips to the gas station than usual. Number four is going to be rough idling or hesitation. So if you notice that your car seems to be shaky a little bit and it idles and hesitates to move properly, that is another symptom of this code. Now, common causes of P0085. Now, this has to do with the faulty exhaust valve control solenoid. Now, if the exhaust valve solenoid doesn't properly, communicate with the ECM, it's going to trigger this code and it's going to affect the engine performance. Next, it'd be a wire harness shorted to the ground. Now, you're going to want to look for any damage or frayed wiring on the insulation of your harness. Usually there might be a hole or there might be some type of, short in a wire. It's best to check if that is the problem, but it's best to do an inspection and see if that is the case because it might be a wiring harness shortage. Now, solenoid shorted to the ground. If the solenoid itself is shorted to the ground, it will disrupt the circuit function and generate the P0085 code. Faulty ECM. Now, this one's kind of rare, all right? I don't want you guys to get worked up about it. However, there are scenarios which are really rare that it may be the ECM. Most of the time, it is in the ECM, but it may properly not communicate properly with the control solenoid, and it'll fail to interpret the signals, and it'll result to the code. Now, solutions for P0085 is you can replace the faulty solenoid, all right? You can go to an AutoZone, pick up a brand new one, and fix the whole low circuit issue. Repair any wiring connectors, so frayed, shorted wiring. You're going to want to check, inspect the harness, make sure that there isn't any bare wire that doesn't have insulation on it. And just in general, just make sure that you do a brief inspection. Check and replace fuses. So go to your fuse box and pull out a fuse. And you could always see if a fuse has gone bad because there's going to be a coil in the middle of the fuse. So put in some light, make sure that that coil is intact. If it seems to be fried and black and the coil is not intact with the other parts of the coil, it is best to replace that with the right amperage fuse. Inspect and reprogram ECM. Now this one is going to be a little bit more different, all right? However, if you have a reprogramming tool like an OBD scanner, I know they have reprogramming ECM options. You can go ahead and do that. However, if you don't have any of that, it's best to hire a technician. And it's also good to know what you're doing because you can break the ECM. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video regarding P0085. Hopefully this gave you some general insight of what it's about. We plan to make short videos on this channel just to provide you with the insight as quick as possible, just so you're not here for a very long time like all the other videos. But thank you guys all for watching, and we'll see you all for another OBD Mastery video.